Meteorologist Gary Sadowski watching the potential for ice jams and flooding here as this rain and snow moves in, Gary.
Yeah, you wouldn't know it really right now because we have temperatures that are still pretty winter-like out there. In fact, we saw a little bit of winter weather come through the last couple of hours. We've seen a burst of snow activity right near the Canadian border, a little farther down to the south. So we picked up a quick inch or two of snow in some spots, like in the islands, and that's been moving off to the east now. That's where the heaviest of the snow is. We've seen more of a transition over to some raindrops right now because this is coming along with a warm front, and that's part of this bigger system. I'm going to open up the shot and show you what's going on. This is a strong system centered in the middle of the country. In fact, just to the north of it, we have blizzard conditions going on. The southern end of this with the cold front touching off severe thunderstorms and tornadoes, parts of Louisiana into Mississippi. We're not going to see anything that wild, but you can see all the rain with this, and we are going to be getting our share of wet weather out of that, and that's mainly going to be during the day tomorrow. Here are our current temperatures. You can kind of see right near the Canadian border. We're looking at temperatures real close to that freezing mark. We're right there at Newport at 32 degrees, but farther down to the south, we have warmer air. We're at 40 degrees at Middlebury and also Rutland. And check out Bennington, 45 right now, 43 Brattleboro. And warmer air going to be working its way in here as we go through the overnight and especially into the day tomorrow. Right now here in Burlington, we're at 39 degrees. Winds are out of the south 7 miles per hour and the pressure dropping off. This is the way it's going to go as we go through the next few hours. Still a little bit of that wintry mix up to the north, so if you have any travel plans this evening, just keep that in mind. You'll probably have to slow down a little bit, but as we get more into the overnight, we're going to see a lot of that lifting up to the north, even a little bit clearing down to the south, so we get a little bit of a lull before the main action gets in here, and that's going to start right around daybreak tomorrow. Here we are at 8 a.m., and you can start to see that rain moving on in time for the morning commute. Gets a little more widespread, a little heavier, a little steadier, especially as we get into the afternoon for the evening commute. As we get into the evening hours, into the overnight, the bulk of the rain moving on out of here, but we're looking at still a few rain and even some snow showers coming in behind that for Thursday night, and especially into the early part of Friday. We're looking at some snow showers mainly in the mountains as colder air returns on blustery winds. How much rain? We're talking about a half an inch to about an inch, maybe a little bit more, and you combine that with snow melt, which could add an additional inch to an inch and a half of water. That's why we're keeping our eyes open for any flooding problems, but no flood watches officially out at this point. Temperature's going to hold steady overnight and then rise a little bit. By tomorrow morning, we're going to start to see some of those low to mid 40s, especially as we get into the afternoon, mid to upper 40s, and might even crack the 50-degree mark, especially the farther south you are. Still mild on Thursday. It's going to break up into just a few rain showers, and that'll transition to those snow showers Thursday night and into Friday, which is going to be a colder, blustery day. That'll help the flooding situation, but kind of back to some wintry weather again. The weekend, though, actually looking pretty good with some sunshine, lower temperatures. A little system on Monday could bring just a few snow showers.
Gary, thank you. And as our First Alert weather team tracks the threat for potential ice jams, you can be the first to know if a flood warning is issued for your area, even in the middle of the night. Just download the free WCAX First Alert weather app tonight.